famous here.
You want a Dalen. Down leg.
That was a poor ball. Bowled it down leg, hoping for the ball to swing.
It was also the slower ball too.
But it was just a horrible miss. Now, the question you might ask yourselves, who is Channel 8? Well, I'm Chukka Wilson, this is Jumpin with Jones. We've got Kemplin Tadgerman over there.
He's actually asleep just at the moment, but we'll be rousing him a little later for some of his fascinating statistical analysis. Oh, and Taylor, he loves the cut, he loves the pull. He's a very square player.
Yes, he's very unpopular.
He's a real player of the 50s.
Yes.
Rock and roll, nah, not interested. That jump and jive, no way, Jose. He's square of the wicket. He's forced that one, he's found the gap, and it's going to run away down to the third man boundary. And Toby the Tiger is on his way with that boundary. And at the end of the seventh over, it is 2 wickets for 33.
Commentators Kobo Fitzgerald, Sir Muhammad Ijaz, and the great Gavin Best.
Oh, and a nice shot there. Dan Lay leaning back on that cover drive and picks up a one. The Channel 8 dancing girls will be performing the halftime entertainment at the Money Reserve Clash. And that'll be something for the young fans to enjoy.
Yes, except the unfortunate thing is the game won't be going to lunch.
That is a little bit unfortunate, but undeterred, those dancing girls, you just cannot stop them. Dance, 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 the night away. Or afternoon, as the case may be.
Yes, NL going to suffer an incredible defeat.
A bizarre defeat, as you can say. But looking at the Panton Hill players, Money Reserve, bizarre comes to mind again, as it's Barfield. And Dalen, not going to be intimidated. He's got a blue helmet and he's proud of it.
Is that Monty's colour?
Oh, I think that might be the Australian green. Back to the cut shot and he's been picked up. He's gone, he loves the cut,
wow.
He cannot resist.
The wicket definitely is on film. Didn't take the catch wasn't clear, but definitely got Gilmore at the time that he took the catch.
Comfortably hip high, and made no mistake about it. The trap was well set. Dalen, a renowned cutter and puller, but his eye wasn't in. Didn't get a lot of power on that one.
Most definitely not enough power. So the third wicket falls, and this one to Dylan Barfield, which means Dylan Barfield is the leading wicket taker for Panton Hill this season. And Monty really need to consolidate here. They've gotten to a bad start. They need to work towards a big total, and they really do look like they have got a lot of work to do. Looking at Monty's ladder position, they've done a reasonable season, but they just haven't won enough games to get a major contender for a final place. New batsman to the crease. Let's see what he can do here. What's his name? Jumpin' Cliff Jones?
Well, viewers will know him as Woody Woodhouse. And he's a goer. He's a goer, there's no doubt about that. He'll be looking to play shots right from the word go. In comes Barfield.
Well defended by Woodhouse.
One of the old Anglo-Saxon locative names. It's Barfield again. Oh, and that's a loose one by Woody. By Barfield, and Woody unable to get a bat on it, but it's not going to matter as the ball trickles into the fence. 5 wides. And the ball into the dirt. It's a pretty sloppy play there by Panton.
Yep. Most definitely awful. And I was just about to make a comment, but now I've forgotten it with that delivery. End of the over.
Well, it's 6 runs from it, and for Barfield that's 2 overs, and he picked up the wicket there, 1 for 6, and Montmorency have moved on to 3 for 39. 39 runs coming in 8 overs, so the run rate up around the 5, they'll be happy with that.
Yeah, but
Loss of 3 wickets.
5 runs per over will get them a score about 110 to 115. That's definitely says game on. But I think they'll be looking at more about 150 if they want to be competitive.
Well, if they're going to bat the entire 22 overs, you'd think something in the region of 130 to 150 would be the target. And lay leaning luxuriously on that one and just lodging it.
Does Woodhouse come back from old England with blacksmiths and
It does indeed. It's
the labourers?
the name says it all, really. More lucky to get away with that one.
Lenient stuff there by umpire / coach Neil Anderson. Exciting stuff.
And it's a lot of the crowd there is sitting on the edge of their seats, wherever they're watching it. You know, unless they're in the band watching it, then they won't be on the edge of their seat so much.
Most definitely. And remember, if you can't get to a TV,
Oh, we got a bit of...
just was about to do an ad for Channel 8. Yes, if you can't get to a TV, if you're a Channel 8 subscriber, you can always tune in to Channel 8 Radio.
That's a very good suggestion too, as Gilmore. Oh, and it's lay leaning back.
Well fielded by Bateman.
He saved a couple there.
Unusual position for Bateman, backward point. You wouldn't think that he'd be naturally suited to that sort of position.
And when we finally see the bowler have those wickets cartwheeling, are you going to cut to the northern stump removal ad? Is that your plan, Chukka?
Most definitely. Well, Jumpin' Cliff Jones, do you feel that it's a good decision to bowl Gilmore all his 5?
Yes, I do. I think...
even with Bentley going a bit wayward?
Well, no, they've saved Bentley for some sort of disaster plan B, but in the meantime, Gilmore had a couple of wickets and go for the third, which the batsmen were quite intelligently said, well, you're going to bowl Gilmore, we're going to see him out, and see him out they have, and that's the end of his 5th over. He's picked up 2 for 19, and but he's now now removed from the attack. So by Lay there. Now he'll be looking together with young Woody Woodhouse to put some wood on ball really and knock it around, especially when some of the lesser bowlers come on. That's one of the local hoot owls, but hell of a lot of hoot owls around here. Barfield, and off the hit nicely there by Woodhouse.
And it's balding there at square leg. What do you feel is a good total to get to make Panton Hill work for their runs?
Well, over 100, we've got a game. Ooh, and yes, I think that's a good call. It was started wide, it went wider. Those of you with the super widescreen facility will just see the ball on the edge there, just there it is. Yep. Good call.
Fielded there.
Dylan Maxwell, known as the Dill.
Bad ball there. I think the one thing that's very good about Barfield is that he doesn't get a lot of swing, but if he does, he can control it. Which is more to say than Bentley.
Woodhouse with the collar up, facing Barfield and onto the back foot. Clips that one a little towards the toe, and that'll be the gully fieldsman or the backward point.
Most definitely.
Here he comes again. Oh, and nicely turned off the pads. But straight to McDougall. So I think Coach Anderson has showed his hand here by moving McDougall to fine leg. I think we know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be employing the four-seam strategy to start this one-dayer.
Nicely driven by Woodhouse through the mid-wicket area. They've got one. They're turning for two. It may go all the way. It has gone all the way.
Global travel for sports and schools. If you want to travel overseas
Globally,
then just call them. End of the over.
and the score has moved along to 3 wickets for 44 after 10.
Wow, I think your prediction is completely going the other way around. George into the attack. They've passed the 10 overs of fielding restrictions, now they're ready to bring on their spinner.
Well, that is a surprise.
Yes. George, there he is, 14 wickets this season, average of 22. Bowled twice as many overs as the other spinner Bellingham, so he's been used as the primary spinner. George, slow left arm at the pavilion end, bowling over the wicket to
That's Lay.
Lay.
Ooh, almost in the slot. Lay's not going to be tempted. They've just got the one man out in a deepish mid-wicket area, and Lay would be well aware of that. Not tempted this time. Shortish, leans back and punches it into point. That's Legasic, who moves his frame into the path of the ball, which then has no
Yep.
travelling any further. Again punches, this time to the left of Legasic, who can't pick up cleanly. And it's young Willie apron. Round.
Camera's taping is irrelevant to this footage. Just have to worry about the count.
This is taping?
Yes, just. Yes, it is taping. Just see you can see the counter moving.
Right. Oh, good. Oh, and there's runs. That's a boundary to young Woodhouse. He's off the mark. And 5 runs from the over. Scores moved along to 3 weeks, 49. Now, Woodhouse and Lay have steadied the ship. The good ship Montmorency is now on an even keel. Just what the Monty coach, known as the coach of Montmorency, will be monting. Ready to launch into this second half of the batting innings.
Most definitely. Barfield to continue. Probably looking to bowl out his 5 Barfield.
Oh, a little slightly leading edge there, but Dan Lay was soft hands and kept the ball down. Found the leading edge into the gully. Oh, and now down leg. That will be 5s this time. And maybe 4 of them. Nope, it's not going to go all the way. Going to come back for 3. Was that signal then? I think not.
So runs.
Well, I actually just lost interest in the telecast completely. An amazing lapse of concentration, but I don't think he signaled. Woodhouse, solid, muscular young chap. Look to be forcing the issue later on in the innings. Bit inside, but he's looking very comfortable.
Yep, he'll soon look to accelerate because with this consolidation the run rate has gone below 5 runs and over, which won't be enough to challenge the Panton batting order.
Flicked it off the back foot. That's a nice shot. Using the pace of the ball, it's going to run away all the way to Parliament.
Parliament?
Danielle Green MP.
I thought it was more Henry Hurst.
Oh, okay. A little bit of controversy there, but that's the beauty about cricket. You know, you can agree to disagree, or disagree to disagree, or disagree to agree. There's a lot of options available for the cricket fanatic. That's the end of the 4th over for Barfield. His figures have taken a little bit of a hammering. 1 for 18. And those 7 runs take the score along to 3 for 56 after 12. And again, they're pushing the envelope. After 5 runs per over. George Delay a bat on ball.
Most definitely.
Again flighted, and Lay leaning back on that one. Cuts uppishly, but it's going to run all the way and into the pickets. Ball runs. Is this the start of an acceleration?
Possibly. Well, plenty of runs off those two balls. George not finding his right line.
He's throwing them all up. I don't know if that's the... You should be mixing them up more than throwing them up.
Yes, well, Mitchell has made a certain policy for the spinners that they should always flow it up.
Well, keeper's going to want that sort of thing if they're going for those thumping records, and that's a little too full. Out to Balding there at mid-wicket. They scamper through for a 1. Woodhouse now. What's his approach going to be? Very flighted, and Woodhouse goes on the attack. Drives hard into the cover, but well knocked down there by young Bellingham, I think so. Yes. Oh, lots of there. And a ridiculous decision. He's out. Very strange cricket.
Well, he's out.
Let's get excited.
Ooh. Yeah.
Very poor delivery. And Woodhouse will be ruining why he didn't hit that over the fence.
Well, you could say that. You could say that he was planning to whack it for 4, but because of the flight and drift, he didn't get the bat onto it. Got the leading edge, and George took a blinding one-handed right-hand catch. Could say that, but you'd be lying. The new batsman has come to the crease. Now Panton look on top. It was looking like Monty were starting to accelerate, playing their shots, looking to get after these Panton Hill bowlers and push for a big total. Suddenly, they've thrown a wicket away, and the pressure is mounting now. And now they're behind the 8 ball. As we got Jumpin Cliff Jones.
Yes, and the new batsman is Clark.
Cool Kaluki.
Cool, calm and Clark-acted.
Most definitely.
For 63 after 13 overs. Heath George picked up the wicket there. Rather charitable.
Yes.
He's now got 1 for 12 off his 2.
Now Heath George has taken his wicket tally for the season to 15, 1 behind the leader.
Nicely played. And Lay showing just why he's opening choice for a Monty team. He's certainly holding the innings together.
Yeah, sticking out there with his partners falling. He's able to stay out there.
Lays back on that one and punches it through the gully region. And it's young Bellingham there, putting in the big strides, picks the ball up and throws back to the keeper, a little strong. And Lay has a chance to scoot back for a 2. So yes, he's a lot resting on his broad shoulders. again. Bowling to late. Ooh, and that's a nice ball.
Now, Barfield is very good at that. Those Yorkers.
Well, Lay's gone right across to that one, and he may have been an early decision to try and punch that through square, but in the end had to change his mind and just keep the ball out. That's more in the slot. Lay throwing everything. His calmness may just be coming to an end as that over comes to an end. Just the 2 runs from it. That's the end of Barfield's spell. 5 overs, 1 for 20. And at the end of the 14th over, it's 4 wickets for 65.
4 wickets for 65. Doesn't look that good on the scorecard now. And as a completely unbiased commentator, I'd say that Panton are on top here. Monty, you've got a little work to do.
Well, they have got the runs on the board though, and whatever the target, their bowlers have got something to aim at.
Yes, I don't have the statistics with me, so I can't tell what their strength is, batting or bowling. But either way, you need to make some runs and give your bowlers something to bowl at. It's what cricket's all about.
George coming in, a short ball, and very interesting. Clark going right across there.
Yes.
Not giving himself room and punching it, but going right across, outside off, and blocking it. And exaggerated footwork here. Looks like an LBW candidate.
Trying to get in line with the ball and defend it.
Flighted. Oh, and just beat the bat. Mitchell had the stumps splattered.
Yes, that was a very good ball by George. Good thinking. Clark had looked to get behind those balls of the previous 2 ones. This ball was extra spin. It was a bit wider. Clark didn't try to get behind it, tried to drive it, and in the end looked like a bit of a goose, although Mitchell looked like a bit of a goose, spraying the stumps everywhere.
And I thought you'd go to the Northern Stump Removal advertisement then, but no.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for an actual stumping.
When you do go to it, it will be incredibly funny.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah, as those sitting at home amongst the audience will be just planning that moment.
Northern Stump Removal, coming soon to Channel 8.
George again, in the slot, but just pushing it back, and Clark waiting for his moment.
Yeah, staying cool.
Is he going to stay Clark, or is he going to become Superman? That's what Montmorency will be wondering. Oh, and there is a chance for a single. There might even be 2 in it. As Clark comes back to complete the second, the throw comes in with spit power on it from young Legasic. 2 to Clark, he's off the mark.
Yes, Legasic's arm is not very reliable at the best of times. Oh!
And is maybe Heath George getting a bit of turn there.
What a ball from Heath George. It didn't spin too much. It was sharp and brilliant.
2 runs off the over, 4 for 67.
Just missing the outside edge.
At the end of the 15th. Now I think there's got to be a few question marks about young Clark's batting. He's gone into super defence mode.
Yes, he looks more like an opener to me.
And with 8 overs to go, 7 overs to go, you just wonder what that thinking is all about.
So McDougall to bowl, coming over to bowl 15, so I have to wonder when Bellingham's going to